Denzel, what's up, bro? What's up, everybody? Early a little bit. Denzel, can you hear me, bud? I just want to confirm. Cool. S spot getting smoked. Let people roll in as usual and talk about some stocks that I traded today. I'm only seeing a few heads, so let people roll in. Martin, what's up, bro? You guys can see the screen as well. See chat. Mike, what's up, bro? Welcome to June, guys. June 3rd. New month. Are you making the same trading mistakes as you did last month? That's the beauty of trading, guys. Every day is a new day. Every month is a new, clean slate. So for me personally, guys, I like to ease into the month. Sometimes it's backfired, of course. We all have our moments, but um, the first day of the month, you don't want to push it and start your month out bad. Um, but at the same time, if the opportunity is there, um, every moment in the market is unique, so you have to trade it. So coming into today, especially with the action we had last week, I was willing to be patient and let most of these stocks pop up pre-market, see what's continuing from Friday or last week, what is new. But more importantly, keeping your FOMO in control once a new month starts, guys. You can easily let your FOMO dictate your month. If you come into each, it's new month, I'm going to bank today, start the month out great, that can easily backfire. So by lowering your expectations on the first couple days of the month, you keep your FOMO in check. So the main ones that I was really interested in were, and if you're in chat, was SBOT for continuation, basically shorting pops into the 220 to 230 level. But unfortunately, didn't get there. Pre-market, I started at 205 because I located and basically was looking to short pops over two. This is the over-under strategy where ideally you get your shares located and you get short above the whole number and not below. Above is where the risk reward exists. So I started at 205 and this really had a nice pop pre-market only to flop pretty hard. It dropped right back below two. So I was just holding a 205 average and was looking to add on pops at the open. And if it did not hold, then it would have been nice to, hammer this. But it went SSR pretty quick. Once this thing was down, I'm pretty sure below 180, it went SSR. So unless you were slamming the bid, pretty tough to get fills right out of the open. So was holding this from 205 and was looking for 155 to 145 and just covered it all, 155 and 157. Still dripping lower now, but definitely lower volume relative to Friday, guys. So, if a stock's going to trade 50 million shares, you're going to need to see it match that volume or higher to, historically, probability-wise, see higher. So for those of you that were longing this, if the volume is not there, there is no supply, there's no demand to match the supply. So, this was nothing but an easy fade, especially this thing was just at $1. So being at $2, it's up 100%, A+ setup. So that was basically trade from pre-market. And unfortunately, it didn't offer, like I said, any pops over 2. But that is why you start short early, anticipating that it may not get to the level that you want it to. So once that was out of the question and started fading, I kind of just left it and then was focusing on SLS, which was basically a penny stock that was just trading at 50 cents and then popped up on some type of headline. And for those of you that don't know, the former ticker of this stock is GALE. And it's just a trash stock. So being at 50 cents, was looking to short it anywhere between 80 and 85. However, was willing to start early if the stock was showing weakness. So right at the market open, I was looking for a possible retest of 80 to 85. And it was literally just doing nothing. The tape looked weak. There was no buyer stepping in, so I got short 75. Covered the first chunk at 70 just to lock in gains on this pretty nice 12% drop from 75 to 67. I had most of my orders out at 67, and then I didn't want to see it reclaim 70 and push, so locked in half, and then covered more on this wash. Then you got the reshort. Where was the breakdown zone? 72. What level did it retest? 72. This is a no-brainer, guys. Everyone that longed right here is going to look for it to pop back up to 75 or 80. If it does not pop back up to those levels, then 72 you can expect, which was the breakdown zone, is your resistance. So reshorted at 70 to 71, covering on washes. And even said in chat, this can probably go back to 59, and it did. So if you're in chat, you can see my charts. Pretty clean. Was happy with the action on SLS. Did drip lower, like I said, to 59. So relatively speaking, a almost 25% pullback from highs, guys. So keeping everything relative. I don't mind trading these pennies if it's going to give us a 10 to 20% move. It's the same as a $9 stock giving us a 10 to 20% move if you size accordingly. And then the only other one was Dumpy. And for those of you that follow me on Twitter, this is one from Friday that made a huge rip, but if you know the company, it's trash. So I was watching it pre-market, and all of a sudden I see a headline of a direct offering, and I just started slamming bids at let's see where I got filled. Like 282 and 290. Oh, excuse me, 382 or 372 is where most of my shares. And basically made a point, pretty quick. These direct offerings, guys, do not be long into them. So unfortunately, didn't get to play this out of the open. That's why we get to our computers early, guys. I'm usually behind my computer by at least 6:30 a.m., 7. So not only does it take time to prep, but if you get these pre-market announcements, guys, you can still take advantage. The hot chick of the day, with everyone looking at it, a lot of shorts from Friday underwater. So I didn't really want to get in front of this thing with the lower float. I've personally been trying to avoid some of these nano floats, because if you talk to anyone that trades, guys, like, it only takes one of these a month to blow up your whole month. So although it did have a nice, peak out pre-market at 12, you look at the open, and it was basically like from 970s to like 1125, which is pretty sick range for 1 minute candles. So I'd say the confirm was really on like this 9 the under 10 move. Once 975 broke down, you could have used that as resistance. But again, this was not the easiest fader, very grindy. And lately these things have been reversing and squeezing people. So I just didn't want to focus on the hot chick of the day. But not a bad reshort. We got this 975 breakdown, guys, so that's going to be your stop. So if you could have got anywhere between 930, 920, 910, this is where I was watching it. Quick point. So again, not something that I was super interested in. ATXI was a chat room pump, and so was KBSF. So if you were in rooms that longed these, leave. So pretty decent action, guys, today with not much headaches. Our job every day is not to come here and, be action-packed like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger or Stallone and Rocky. I'm looking for stress-free, easier trades. So I got that personally with DMPI, SBOT, and SLS, and there's nothing else that I'm really interested at the moment. Especially with the tariff news that hit over the weekend, it was going to be pretty interesting to see how the market digested all of this. And it seems like the market doesn't really give a shit, which is pretty interesting if you ask me. Donnie, what's up, man? So these were pretty headache-free trades, guys. Laid out the game plan in chat, the main ones. And the only other one which I was mentioning was this LK. This is a Chinese stock. That's a coffee stock that, if you know the story, they're basically expanded like almost 1,000 plus stores in China. But if you expand, super fast, you see a lot of these companies that get overzealous and end up expanding too fast and it implodes the business. So off the IPO, this washed from 25 to 14. And ever since then has been just on this sick trend line. And I was mentioning, if you guys, we give out the free watch list every Sunday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sunday. And I mentioned 2150 on the watch list, and it did give a nice point drop out of the open. I had some orders out, 2170, 2180, because just the price action on this over the past couple of days was super grindy. So I usually like to be a little bit more patient, get a higher risk reward entry. So unless out of the open you had orders at 2150, you weren't getting filled. Those were my levels, and then it ended up washing all the way to 20. So you still got a $1.50 wash within the first 30 minutes, and then this is what we've been seeing lately is, sometimes these things will come back and bounce. So you could have nailed this move right here, guys. But if you did not cover, you could have given it all back. This is the market we're in, guys. You have to lock in gains. It's very rare that you see stocks like, talking to a couple of buddies, Vickel, where this thing just faded from 150s pre-market or 160s all the way down to the low was 90. So have to lock in your gains. It will pay dividends in the future. Maybe you miss, a piece or two, being less patient, but locking in gains, you are paying yourself as the market makes money available to you. If you don't lately, it can come back to bite you. So don't get greedy in this market. If you get a 10, 20, 30% move, you have to lock some in. So at this point, I'll leave it up to some Q&A for you guys. I am just chilling now. Nice start to the month. And there's nothing that's really showing us edge intraday, which is classic. You don't want to be putting on trades now. Usually you want to be taking trades off. Yeah, Michael S. So when I first started, man, all I did was long. And I learned from Foos, just how you guys that are going through the training are as well. And there were days where I could not long. There were, environments where long was not as friendly. So what that means is you need to expand your arsenal. So what a lot of stubborn longs will do is, like, instead of playing quality setups, they'll sacrifice quality for quantity because there's not as many long setups that are hot presenting themselves. That's a no-no. So you want to be expanding your arsenal, man, and at least starting to learn how to short. But if there's no long setups, you guys have to sit on your hands. Mateo, I long as well. I'm not only a short seller. Um, if the spreads are too big low, you lower your size. Mateo, that's a stupid question. So that's the truth. And again, I'm here being raw, guys. Michael S., if you wanted me to give you the fluff news, I'd tell you, oh, just study more of our long setups. Buy this course. No, the truth is that the market is not long friendly lately. Like today, it's really not. So you either sit on your hands or embrace learning how to short, giving yourself more of an arsenal to attack each day if a certain setup that you look for is not presenting itself that day. But to accept less quality long setups at the sacrifice of less quality long setups at the sacrifice of quantity, I think is stupid. Clara, I do. Appreciate it, Mike. Just keeping it raw, guys. I'm not here to put on my knee pads. I'm here to be raw. I don't care if people buy or don't. I'm here to give out real advice. So any questions, guys? Next couple minutes. Just attack some Q&A, and that's really it. Trading's not going to be sexy every day, guys. If you want it to be, go hit Vegas. Yes, Shang, I got some stuff that we're going to be presenting over the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned. We trade small cap stocks, guys. Fun fact, a penny stock is technically anything under $5 from a definition standpoint, but we focus on small cap stocks. Don't trade crypto. Don't trade Forex. And low, I don't talk about brokers publicly. LMNZ TV, what's up, buddy? So, losing trades due to an early entry and getting squeezed before actual breakout. Well, obviously it depends on if you're long or short. But if you get an early entry, you have to understand that you're getting in early. Therefore, if you do not have ammo or shares to add to give yourself a better average because you know you're getting in early, aka chasing, then that's rule break number one. FOMOing a trade is fine if you have shares to add to give yourself a better average. But if you're FOMOing a trade and you have 0 shares to add, then you are suffering from FOMO. So the question is, are you following your game plan? Do you even have a game plan? This is all stuff that we discuss in mentor class and our training. Game plan consists of a couple of components: having a stop, having a price target, having your share size established, having an ad zone if you're recycling. Mateo, I literally just went over all the stocks. So if you're in a room or some type of service where they're really advising you to trade midday now, guys, like this is when you're chilling. This is not when you're, I tell people in our community all the time, like if you're coming to the chat room at 10:30, chances are I'm done and so is everyone else. So make room in your schedule, show up early. But this intraday action right now is, to me, the very low risk reward, not much edge. So a couple movers that are happening. Everyone's probably watching LGCA. GNCA just little by little fading. ABIO was in play, but not my style. That's really it, guys. SPY. Interesting to see if the market starts to reverse a little bit. I think that this 270 is going to be big, so I'd watch 270 on SPY. Guys, come check out our chat. Iconic Traders. It's only $100 for life. In my opinion, you get that $100 of value each day. So no brainer to me. But if you guys want to learn the real way, real raw trading, come check us out. Appreciate the love, and I'll catch everybody on the next one. Appreciate it, Donnie. All love, my bro. Hope you got that Miami Vice tan. What's up, Josh? Appreciate it, bro. You're the man. Anyway, guys, catch you guys in the next one. All love from here. Stay safe. Plenty of the month left. God bless.